Hey Phil,
Yes.
what's time?
What's time? Fuck.
It's very broad. You know, we start out broad and then we just dial in.
Okay. Let me think on this for a second.
You know, I guess for me, time is the measurement, or I guess the one constant that we all have to abide to. At the end of the day, the passage of time is how we keep track of our rotations around this rock in space, you know?
For me, time is like you said, an escapable but essential part of the experience.
I think so.
In a way, I guess we're slaves to it, but I guess that's also how you look at it. It's like, I don't know if I would want to experience everything at once.
Exactly. Because how you relate to time is your perspective. But I feel like time itself is the way we categorize our perception rather than our perspective. Our perspective is how we see the world, but our perception is time passing, you know? And then we're here for a certain amount of time. So in that certain amount of time, we perceive these events that we call our lives, and, you know, they're yearbooks, they're fucking, like, that's just how we measure our life on time. You know?
And that brings meaning, that block of time.
It can. Since the world is finite, or at least our time on this world is finite, you really have to make the most of it. And you have to do what you want with your time, because you're only here for a certain amount of time.
It's crazy because I think that's something. It's weird because so many things relate between film and just life.
Yeah.
Because in
I
a
feel
way,
like film imitates life.
It is.
It had to come from somewhere.
It is. Because in a way, you're like a lot of the same things that we talk about when we talk about building out a story and making it feel real and coherent and engaging. It's really just pulling from what happens in fucking life. Like it's just and condensing it.
Yeah, because we only get glimpses. Movies never show, unless it's thematically supposed to show, the passage of time. You know, so that's where we get a lot of montages, and that's how people like think in montages, because it's like, okay, we do this to show the passage of time rather than hitting record, showing, like, we don't often see characters going to the bathroom or eating lunch, or like, unless it's
something
vital to
specific
the story,
about that.
You know? What was it? It was this anime called Sunny Boy, and it's basically this giant space odyssey, but essentially we meet our main character, and before the journey he sees a dying bird on the ground, and he thinks, what can I do? I can't help the bird because it's dying. Like, I'm just one person. What can I do? After the journey that spans across thousands of years, thousands, in a 12-episode anime, he sees a dying bird, and instead of just looking at it, he helps the bird. So through that journey, through that time, he's changed as a person. But in order to show all of that, we have to show the journey, we have to show the passage of time and whatnot. But with that one small instance, he's changed over time. You know? Deep show, for sure. I gotta show you the link to that shit, because I feel like you'd fuck with it. Very existential shit, that show. Yeah. Usually anime have like an episode that establishes the characters and tells you what's going on, the plot and everything, and then you get into the story. This show didn't have that episode. It was pretty much just like, hey, plot, 12 episodes later, you're like, oh, fuck.
Speaking of time, crazy fucking times we're living in. What the
Very
fuck?
much.
What the fuck?
It is currently 2021, Still July
2022.
24th. Oh, it's 2022. God damn. Time, man.
For real.
You know? I still feel like that
literally
kid.
feels like it's accelerating. It feels
I
like
still
it's
feel
moving
like that
faster.
kid in 2020 finding out that the pandemic was going to be a thing. And nothing's really been the same since then.
No.
You know?
I remember I just remember that whole thing because I remember it was like around October and we was hearing about that shit in China, but I thought it was gonna be something like the Ebola, where it's like they was talking about it and everything, but it never came over.
I went to this crazy party on Halloween at the City Museum
Yeah.
in October. Like, I was like, yo, what is life? When did that? That was like the March. I'll never forget. It was March 18th. I was on my way to work. I got a call. Hey, don't come in. I drive straight to my friend Chris's house and we smoke a blunt. I was like, I guess I don't have a job anymore. And he's like, shit, me neither. And I was like,
In October?
this was March 18th,
Oh, March.
2020.
Yeah.
Because we heard all the stuff in like December and like we were making COVID jokes.
Yeah,
We
but it was
didn't know what
weird because it
was.
kept getting closer and then it kept getting closer and bigger, and then you heard it was popping out the fuck up
We're
in
wearing
Europe.
masks
And I
now.
was like,
We're wiping shit down. We're like, huh?
yeah, I was like,
I guess this is a thing.
and
I guess
then
this is a
Tom
thing.
fucking Hanks got it, and we was all like, oh shit.
Like, ooh,
we was
bruh.
like, oh.
A lot of
And
people
then-
died, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And I still check in with the numbers every once in a while. It's not nearly as bad as it was, but there's still like a lot of surges here and there. And then with the hospitals, a lot of people were just getting marked as COVID deaths. So there was still like the regular everyday deaths, but that definitely had something to do with the numbers. And
Yeah.
I don't know. Time's a tricky thing.
Shit. Everything's so unstable.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this country is eating itself.
We're in a very polarized time, for
Um,
sure.
Yeah. But it's feel like it's like I don't know, it feels like it's the same thing that it built itself on is the same thing that's killing it now. Or fucking it up now.
100%.
It's that greed and
My take on the
It's
times
just-
that we're living in right now is we're in a time of immense polarization, immense division, and very undefined, but what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not going to spend too much time looking for it, but just know that the duality we face is very much, so the way I look at it, we are on a three-dimensional plane. With the planes and whatnot, there's a shadow which is on a two-dimensional plane. You got space and width, I guess, whereas because we're on a three-dimensional plane, we can only perceive two dimensions. We can only, like, I'm looking at this box. I know it's a box, but I'm not looking at it from all sides. I'm only looking at it from this. So all I can see is just that box. I can only see the two-dimensional plane of the three-dimensional object. Therefore, a lot of things in life fall into that duality of where, oh, I love this or I hate this, you know. I'm either Democrat or Republican. I'm very much either blue or red. Like, I only like this, only hate this. There's no...
two wings, same bird.
Yeah, there's no room for the bird, essentially, which is nuance. You know, some of these things are way more difficult than just black and white, to the point where people shy away from that conversation. People aren't willing to hear other sides because at the end of the day, things are way more complicated than we let them on to be. And because of that, we're in a very polarized time where people aren't open to having discourse about the way the world is. Because at the end of the day, we're fighting over scraps, and the 1% is just over here cooling. And because they're up there, they're able to look down on us and give us shit to fight about, to the point where they're not fighting. They're with their family, they're making money off of us, and it's
Ooh.
only going to stay that way unless we figure out some commonality, you know? Which that's what this podcast is all about. I think deep down, where I like having discussions because like that's the only way we're going to find some common ground in these times, you know?
Man, I swear. That's part of what I want to do with my films too. Like I wanted, even with the one I'm doing now, Love Thy Neighbor, I'm intentionally diving into, you got LGBTQ and you got conservative black church here. And
ooh. They've been beefing for a minute.
Yeah, and it's like where...
and I actually found some common ground, bro. Serpent, what's his, Serpent with No Feet or something? He's an artist. But he has a very gospel sound, but he's definitely like this gay man. And it's like, well, he gets his sound from the church and from his background, but also he's a homosexual. So it's like a beautiful blend of the two. Like, I'll send you some songs by him because it's like, what the fuck? It feels wrong, but it sounds so right, you know? It's like this could be how you bridge the two communities right here, which that's why I feel like music is like just an international, like it's something that we can all agree on, you know? I feel like we can all agree on music, kids, good food, family, you know? Like some things I feel like we can all agree on. But given the times we're in, we're constantly dividing ourselves into all these little groups to the point where we don't fuck with anything. You know? At the time of this recording, Roe v. Wade has been overturned, and literally an hour after that, our home state, Missouri, I guess illegalized abortion. And me being a man, you know, I don't really have too much to say about that. I do think it's fucked up that in the times we're living in, women can't choose what's best for them and their bodies, you know? I feel like we're in this age of progression. Like, I could order phone through my food. I mean, I could order food through my phone. I could order phone through my food. It's the fucking future, bro. Like, that's the time we're living in. And because of that, all of this manufactured progression and whatnot, we're losing parts of our humanity in terms of like the sense of community. Everybody's online rather than like meeting in public, and like a lot of these physical places are closing. You know, like movie theaters are holding showings much earlier than like back when I was a kid. Me and my cousins went to go see fucking Transformers at like 12 at night. I was like, Mom, can I go? Can you take us to the movies? You know, like, oh yeah, sure. All three of you. It's late as fuck, but like, sure, you know. And now the latest movie they show today is like 9:30.
And COVID had a lot to do with that too.
COVID had a lot to do with it, but even before COVID,
we was heading there.
I think it was the Dark Knight shooting. When all of that happened, I think that's when they were like, okay, no more late night movies. But like, oh man, I used to go to the movies late as fuck. It was sick. But now, with all those streaming services and whatnot, more people are watching shit at home, and less people are going to the movies. Same with the malls.
Less people are working at the movies too.
I swear. Way less.
But that's everywhere.
This is some self-snitching right here. I haven't paid for a movie since Endgame. I just walk in because there's no ticket takers anymore. If you want to go to a movie, just walk in. I'm just giving you the game. Nobody's going to listen to this podcast anyway. Like, yeah, just walk in. Movies are free, you know. Still pay for popcorn if you feel like it.
From working at one, most of them are high schools that don't give a fuck. So
straight up, no stake in the game. Really, just working in between classes. Like, yeah.
You got managers. Half of the managers don't give a fuck.
A lot of management systems don't give a fuck. It's kind of crazy.
And you got creepy ass managers. Anyway.
I used to work at Topgolf, bro. I don't know if I'm supposed to say this. That's more incriminating than me sneaking into the movies, bro. I don't want people to know I worked there. But I used to work there, since I already said it, and I don't really edit these. And that environment was a time in my life, for sure. I guess what would be your fondest time you know. Like a time in your life where it was just like, yeah, bro, this is the shit. I'm living my best life right now.
Sophomore year, all the way up into mid-October of junior year.
Yeah.
Huh? College.
Definitely college.
College.
We were there with him for. You were there with him for some of that.
Not high school.
High school was interesting. Didn't like it. Still don't like it. I'm getting more open to going to our reunion though. Oh yeah, no, that shit ain't fair. That shit ain't for everybody.
But yeah, that was like, cause again, it was so much. For me in high school, it was a lot of like work, pressure.
Weren't you valedictorian?
Salutatorian. Whatever. Because of, crazy enough, because of rest in peace, Mr. Ware. My first ever video I ever put together was for his English class. He had us do like the
project.
Yeah, like these two gods. Like when we were studying Greek mythology, he had us do some type of video for that, and
wasn't
I
it
showed
like the Odyssey or something?
Yeah, but this is why this is important. This is why again, Mr. Ware really is that nigga.
Rest in peace,
me
Mr.
too,
Ware.
because
he was a solid man.
Not
a lot of black male English teachers, bro.
No.
Like we got a very unique experience freshman year of high school.
Yeah.
I'm very thankful for that, for sure.
Funny thing is too, how much we learned about his son though. What was
that man
be
talking about Caleb all the fucking time, bro.
Caleb.
I think it was Caleb, just because he kept talking about Caleb. I hope Caleb's okay, bro. His dad's gone. Shit.
But
time. Times be changing.
But that was the first time I showed something in front of, like, and it was just a small little class. Like,
well,
most people didn't think it was nothing.
You put some thought into
but
it.
Yeah, and I put a lot of thought into that shit. And then I got a reaction from people. And I was like, oh,
you got
shit.
Feedback. You were like,
yeah,
okay.
And I was like,
with this. You could change this, you know.
Yeah,
that's a beautiful thing. I feel like I fell in love with film around the same time. Definitely. I think I fell in love with film around the same time.
So I always loved movies because, again, with all that, movies was my escape.
Movies are like time capsules.
Was my escape, yeah.
Straight up.
I watched anything. But yeah, that was. Now here we are, after all that. So thank you, Mr. Ware, because that was literally was that spark.
Graduate. What was your major?
Film, television, and video production.
Exactly. You know, and I'll give it to you. You know, we gotta clap it up.
Thank you.
We got Phil in the studio, bro.
I am.
Filmmaker.
Working on some shit now.
Yeah.
It's crazy because I spent so much time working on the script and I got it chiseled out exactly to where I thought I wanted it to be. And then you find out that, like, there's one thing that you got to change, but then that changes everything.
Exactly.
And it's like,
but
it
you
makes
gotta
it
love
better.
What you do. Exactly.
It makes it better. So I got to do it. I got to do it.
I think filmmaking should be a dynamic process where you want the best out of your work. And if you're willing to get the best out of your work, you're willing to work at it as much as it needs to. You know?
Because it is a man, people don't understand, it is a beast. It is a beast to put a film together.
It definitely is.
Just like creatively, but then just trying to get the fucking money together and the people together. It is so fucking, like, it's a miracle that bad films get made.
Yes. But it's, at the end of the day, it's people, it's the force.
It is though. It's
because I don't really, I look at films objectively from time to time, but for the most part, so many people went into making it and so much time went into making it, I can still find something to appreciate about any movie that's like considered bad. Last movie I watched that I considered bad was, I think, The Lost City with Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum. And there were some gems in that movie. Like, I was fucked up, but I was definitely like, what the fuck? This is like real live storytelling, writing, philosophical shit. This is supposed to be a bad movie. But it was made so much time went into it. I was like, yo, this shit got some gems. Like legit shit that you can like take away from this movie. I can't tell you any of them, but
Sorry,
I was fucked up, but like no, I was like, yo, this shit hits. What? Even the emotional shit hit. I was like, yo, like that's a good movie.
Okay.
And then so like after you said Mr. Ware, that was our freshman year. From sophomore year to junior year of high school, I went to film camp. I went to Tulsa, Oklahoma, to the University of Tulsa.
Tulsa?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
It was a good time. Met this old hippie dude who ran the film camp, and it was like a screenwriting one week and a filmmaking the other week. And just being in that environment of all these, well, there were maybe like 15 kids per camp for the most part, but all these kids loved film and wanted to like learn more about the industry, and like it definitely put me in that mindset of like, okay, get this shit done, because you only got a week to like fucking make something. I remember my first year script was ass, but the movie I took part in was solid, and that just was the director. Shout out to Daniel, he's still doing film and like photography now, but yeah, just his vision enabled us to like, and he had the technical skills as well. So like my movie, it's called The Last Slim Jim. I want to say shout out to Talia too, because she was the actress. She's big on TikTok, maybe like 150K. All of us went on to do like pretty well. I'm very happy. We all smoke weed too. Like I'm very invested into like a film camp reunion. But just like, yeah, he took the time to come up with that idea and make like a great film. My second year at the camp, my script was solid, and like everybody, like even the fucking old hippie dude that runs the place, shout out to Michael if he listens to this. He's probably like 80 something. And my camp counselor, Cameron, who ended up marrying Michael's daughter, like it was just like, camp was a good time, bruh. Wish I smoked weed back then. It would have been a good time.
Man. But that would have, that would
have been like, no, that would have been like,
that would have fucked me up.
That would have been a good time.
Yeah.
No, I feel like I would have been a bit more creative. Just a bit more.
If I was, I was pissed. I was pissed. If I was not in that band class, but was in that drum line that I got moved to, and everybody was smoking in there too. But
I believe
that would have been so much fun.
No, I feel like
and I would have been so much better.
When it comes to art, marijuana can definitely be a tool, you know, especially with like musicians. Like that's where the jazz era came in with reefer, and like, no, when you're high and you're in that flow state, you're making jams. You're making like some gold.
That shit.
Same with, I feel like art and like painting and shit. Like just whenever you're in your flow state, and people who don't have, I guess, a real high tolerance to marijuana can achieve that flow state through intention. And you can just make some really great stuff, you know? Ooh, first time you smoked weed.
I was literally thinking about that.
These are good stories always.
Oh, shit. The first time I smoked weed, I'm not going to name names.
You don't have to. Sometimes we do, sometimes we do. It's really your comfortability level. I named my first love in the first episode. I was like, bro, if Rebecca ever finds this, not the one that we know, she crazy. But that Rebecca, it's like, oh no. Manifestation. Like,
how do I describe it?
Yeah.
Could have been baby mama.
Oh,
yeah.
Scares, bro. Them scares.
Wasn't a scare.
Okay, good.
It was. But that's another story. We'll just call her baby mama.
BM.
So, BM.
You know?
Well, fuck. Now I lost my train of
I'm
fucking
here.
thought.
You got it though. First time smoking.
Yeah,
BM,
first time
yeah.
smoking. First time smoking. We was just hanging out, and she rolled up some weed with her roommate, and I didn't really feel it for the first like few hits, and then she went in the room because she was high. Her roommate got up, started dancing because she was high. They were both dancers.
Cinematic shit right here, y'all.
Man.
I already have the picture in my mind. It's like, oh yeah.
And the way they had, like, this is the way they had their apartment set with the purple curtains,
You know, the lights,
the purple
the fucking,
lights.
there's a tapestry up there somewhere. Crystals on the corner.
Sorry.
Number girls go crazy. That's for somebody. I don't know who, but that's for somebody.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, it hit.
By then you were there. You were
Yeah, all of a sudden I was like, and I looked at her with just this wide-eyed look, and then she just looked and nodded back, like, yeah, nigga, you got there, and
I hate that shit. I be like, stop.
that was my first time.
Oh, beautiful.
And
No,
best
'cause-
sex I ever had. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
I'm sorry.
To
That
this
first,
day.
and it was
To
the
this
first
day.
time I was, man, oh my god, that was different, huh? Sophomore year.
It started you being happy.
Started being happy.
Yeah, when you're talking about the best time of your life, that's when it started.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it happy.
Drugs are like a manufactured
Well,
happiness.
actually,
you know?
actually, that was a fun ass time.
Yeah,
But I
I
was
know.
also, that was like the end of an era. Because
That was going out with a bang. That
Exactly.
was like the end of an arc.
exactly it was, because after that, bye. Yeah.
You know?
And I don't know. After that, it's just like so many things. I was already starting to see things that like just didn't make sense that I just took as is growing up, and then you started to see more and more and more and more, and then you realize literally we've been told up is down and left is right, and that shit is
You're describing a paradigm shift.
exactly.
Mhm.
And
This. Man.
that don't put you in the happiest place.
No,
Like
not
that
necessarily.
definitely does
That's
not
an
put you in the
existential
happiest-
crisis shit. You're
Dead
like,
ass.
what are we doing?
Yeah, and I was talking about
What are we
this.
doing?
This is the crazy thing. I was talking this with my therapist because, like, sometimes
Shout out to therapy.
dead ass.
You know, I'm
Um,
gonna get there one day. I'm working on it. This is a
you gotta
form
find
of
the right
therapy.
one. It's
for
all
me,
about the
you
right
know?
one. I found me the right one. It took a minute, but well, not a minute.
It takes time. You know?
Yeah, because I was like, I didn't really want to do it because I didn't think anybody would. I didn't think I would open up to anybody. I feel like I'd just be like saying shit, but still manipulating them into thinking that everything was fine. So
'Cause that's what I did when I had therapy. I
yeah,
was
and
definitely,
so
like, withholding some stuff.
I didn't think it was gonna work, but I found the right one.
Yeah,
Um,
you gotta trust the process. for
Yeah.
sure.
But she was telling me, because it can be, sometimes you get mad at your parents and it's just like you're trying to explain things and it's just like it's not clicking, and she was like, you got to understand at this point in their life too, to pull that out is like pulling the floor underneath
Because they've
them.
known for so long.
Yeah,
They've always been the person in your life that knew. But as you grow and mature, and because you're living in a different time, you just know shit that they don't.
yeah.
And it's hard for them to peep that. Part of me thinks I don't need therapy, but I do, y'all. We all
That's because I be thinking about this shit. I be
Exactly.
thinking about this
It's
shit. I be like, do I
no.
need somebody?
A lot of
'Cause I
these
be thinking
conclusions
about-
I came to on my
exactly,
own. Like,
exactly. That's hilarious.
yeah, it's like fuck.
But it's Sometimes, yes, but sometimes you just need somebody to say it.
Because you're in your echo chamber.
Exactly.
You need somebody on the
Exactly.
outside to
Shit,
like.
I know I'm crazy. Some
hear
of the
some
shit
shit.
I be
Exactly.
thinking, I don't know. I don't know.
I swear.
So, I need somebody to kind of go back and forth with.
Which I've come to terms with my craziness. But it's like, nah, I want to get better. That's why I want to go to therapy. I don't want that to be my
Shit,
ceiling.
we all crazy. We done been through some shit.
I swear. Growing
We
up
all
in St.
crazy.
Louis, man, it's a jungle out there. For real.
What was he talking about?
We were talking about first time getting high, but that's the beauty of
yeah.
this show. We're able to go on these tangents as long as we're on topic. You
Yeah.
know, we've said time. I want somebody to take a shot for every time we say time. You will be intoxicated
Speaking
in
of-
no time.
Okay, 7-Eleven.
Yeah, we got some. That's what
All
I'm
right.
saying. We're.
All right,
I shoot for an hour. We're maybe 30 minutes.
okay.
We're almost there. But I guess I'll tell my first time getting high story. I don't
Yeah.
think I've told it on the pod. But I was at my friend Chris's apartment. Chris I met through Flow Valley. I went to community college for a little minute. Mostly just dicked around, but I made some lifelong friends. So beautiful thing there. But Chris needed to pick up his glasses literally up the street. We were off like by fucking Lutheran North. We were on Lucas and Hunt, getting on West Force and all the way down to the glasses place. So he lit a blunt. I'm driving. I'm like smoking. I'm like, yo, because I've smoked a few times, but I haven't been like high. So this is my first time getting high. So by the time we're about halfway to the glasses place, I was like, whoa. I should not be driving right now. God, this is crazy. Somehow get there. By that time, I'm just sitting in the parking lot. We got the glasses place behind me and McDonald's in front of me. I'm just sitting in the car listening to music. I'm like, yo, this is what getting high is like, man. This is sick as fuck.
Especially when the music hit. Oh my god.
I'm looking at the clock. I maybe listened to 3 songs. It's only been 2 minutes. I'm so like, that doesn't feel, time is like slowed down.
Yes, it
you
does.
know?
I swear.
Especially them early days. Them early days was like, yo, you could be having a whole conversation. It's been 2 minutes.
Dead ass.
You're like, what the fuck?
Man, but that's what made it fun because it felt like it was.
You like
it was
glitching,
just there.
dude. You just had
in the
like
moment.
processing
Yeah.
power. You're like, bro,
Yeah.
this is nuts.
I remember I used to like.
Yeah, that's
wave my
definitely me
hand
on
in front of
like
my face.
LSD for sure.
the blood
Any
and shit.
psychedelics, I definitely. I'm like, am I still in it? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm definitely. My hand looks like a whole propeller right now, dog. I'm fucked up.
Good time.
But when it's steady, it's like, oh yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool. That's like a good indicator. Use your hands, folks. But yeah, I'm sitting in this McDonald's parking lot. I see my friend Paige from school. I was like, Paige. She was like, what? I was like, could you get me a McChicken, bro? Because I'm like, oh, she going into McDonald's. This is crazy. I'm high as fuck. She goes into McDonald's because time feels like forever. I'm like, did I even see Paige, bro? Like, I'm just sitting out in this parking lot. I don't even know if I saw her for real, bro, because I'm high. I really don't know. This was unnew territory to me. Chris gets back. He's got his glasses. And then Paige comes out with a McDonald's bag. I was like, whoa. She got me a McChicken, y'all, and a large fry. Didn't even ask for that shit. I was like, look at God. Being high is fucking awesome. Like, managed to drive back to his apartment, and then I think that day I tried to roll. Like, I was like, oh yeah, I want to be able to fucking roll. So, yeah, man, that was just a good time. We
Man.
literally just went to pick up some glasses and ended up with McDonald's. Shit was crazy.
I don't remember my first high meal. I'm kind of sad about that. I do not remember it.
That shit
But-
was insane.
Oh my god, eating high back then too.
Yeah.
I mean now, still.
Even now,
It's-
still, like,
it
yeah.
still hit.
Music and food are like never gonna change
No.
when I'm high. It's like, no, that shit's fire. That's just fire.
The right songs too.
It's all about intent when playing music. We talked maybe a little bit about this off pod about our mutual friend. I'm not gonna name names. Yeah, that's for a different time. for
Okay.
sure. Like a different time.
Okay.
Do you think time travel has been invented? That's a loaded question for sure.
I hope not.
Because that's the thing about it. The thing about time travel is once it's been invented, it's always been invented. Because you can just travel into time. So it's like, I think it is invented.
True, you're right.
I just think that every man doesn't have access to it. And because of the way the world is, I don't think we'll ever get to that point of like Futurama levels. You just hop in the time telephone booth, you know, go to wherever the fuck you want.
I think also some things are for more just ascended beings.
Yeah.
Not necessarily for us to need to experience.
Very true.
I think once you start getting too up there, it's like you're forgetting why we're here in this dimension, in this moment now. Like, and I guess, I mean, you do you. Everybody got to do what they feel like they, I guess, want to.
Yeah, I'm trying to
go
ascend.
for it.
I'm personally trying to ascend.
Yeah.
I got some pretty lofty goals. And I don't know if human nate's gonna cut it. But all in due time, for sure. You know? I'm really just learning to trust the process. Really wanting to fall in love with the process to the point, like, I'm trying to attempt my own paradigm shift, you know? I'm working towards flipping my perspective to the point where I just love what I do in any situation, you know? Even if the shit sucks, which, you know, I currently have a new job that I'm not too fond of, but I'm slowly getting better at it, and I'm like speaking up to my boss like, hey, we could change this, like, why are we doing this? Was because he got the job a year and a half ago, so it's like, well, is there a reason you do this, or is it because that's how it's always been done? And he was like, oh, that's because that's how it's always been done. Okay, well, let's try this maybe, and like learning to try to optimize my experience for the most part, because at the end of the day, I'm there 42 and a half hours a week. There's only, I think it was 168 hours in a day. You can definitely fact check me on that one, but you're spending a large portion of that sleeping, usually, hopefully. You're getting your rest. You're spending a portion of that working, providing for yourself. You spend a portion of that time in commute, doing that stuff. You spend another portion of that time running errands, doing the things you need to do to sustain yourself and whatnot. And the rest is just your free time. I did the math. That, for me, was maybe like 32 hours a week of just time to do what I want when I'm not on my shit and whatnot. So right now I'm working on optimizing my time to the fullest, you know, because you only get so much of it, and you don't know how much time you have. I could do this for another 20 years, 40 years, 60 years, like, I don't know. But I'm taking the time now so that when the future comes, I'm going to be in a better position, you know?
Yeah. I don't have nothing to add to that. That was deep.
Calculated,
I mean,
bro. Calculated. It's like, no. I got some pretty lofty goals that I am not close to achieving.
Yeah. But again, this is like I view it as it happened. We get in there. We just get in there. It already happened. I'm on the way.
And
So
that's the thing. I've had a very reactive approach to my future. Yeah, exactly. I try not to stress, but the worst part about it is that I'll stress even when I'm not trying to stress. So it's like, okay, instead of just stressing over what could potentially happen, put myself in the best possible position, because I know something's going to happen, to where that won't affect me. So it's like I'm shifting my perspective, like a paradigm shift. I'm trying to work on from a reactive standpoint to a proactive standpoint, to where I'm just fucking untouchable. You know, I want to be time tested. But yeah, it takes work. It takes work that you're good. You're not mic'd up. You're not mic'd up, you know? Like, yeah. But you're working on it. When I get my studio set up, I'm gonna try to have 4 mics so that I can have multiple people on. That's when we're gonna be at like 1.5 hour episodes, you know? Full video, like, yeah. That's gonna happen in time. Yeah. I really hope y'all are playing this time drinking game, because like I just said time again. I'm gonna play the fucking game. I'm gonna go back and look. Like, I'm telling you.
You're gonna be fucked up.
Oh, I got Don Julio on the fridge. I'm like, yeah, time. Like, I'm gonna
Send
do
me this though, because I might play this too.
definitely.
Send me that.
I got this is episode 5 on record, so it'll be out in a month and a week. But which I think I am like ready to start posting after this episode. It's like, okay, that's enough. We're gonna try to record one with Isaiah tonight. That'll be 6. Like, okay, that's enough to just start posting, recoup the stockpile, just keep going, momentum. So, time, man.
Yeah.
What's one of the worst times in your life? And this is objective. This is definitely like, well, wasn't the best time, but because the way I see it, the best and worst days of your life haven't even happened yet. You wouldn't know. So like,
yeah, some
crazy.
Objective.
Get excited. Your best days are ahead of you. You know, or be scared. Your worst days are in the future, but you gotta take the good with the bad.
Exactly. I was about to say, to get to your best days.
Which that's a good thing that you don't remember your worst time, because it's kind of like, well, you're definitely outweighing the bad with the good. So it's like, oh yeah, I try not to worry about bad times.
I don't.
But I also want to learn from those bad times, if at all possible. So I try not to shy away from those bad memories, you know, because it's like, well, you don't
if
want
I can
any
think of
more in that
something,
way. Yeah.
like what I said earlier, right after that fun time, and then there's the crash, and then everything flips. What the weed was doing for me before is now hurting me a lot. I'm abusing it, and just I became more isolated.
We talked a little bit about that in the last episode. That's manufactured. It's not necessarily your fault, for sure.
Yeah.
Pandemic did a lot of that.
But yeah, that was, and it's still hard coming back from that.
That's like a weird collective trauma that we all just went through and are kind of still in, because it hasn't been that much time since all this shit happened. No, and this is, I think, the part that we're really not discussing. They stormed the Capitol. We had a bunch of people just go to the capital of this country and fucking go apeshit. That's
with
something
plans to.
We didn't think we'd have a black president. Let alone this shit happening.
That, and then this is not that far apart. It's not far at all.
At all.
And so.
And there's little to no correlation of it. We thought they'd storm the Capitol when Obama won. But to make sure that Trump didn't lose, it's kind of like, yo, who would have
But I think that is the correlation.
That shit. Oh, 100%.
That is a correlation.
It's a fear.
I don't think it's a coincidence that after Obama you get a Trump.
Yeah. That's definitely, people call it white lash, something like that. There's a white flash of sorts.
And I think we're also starting to realize that, especially with Biden now, finally starting to realize, like, again, like I said before, Republican and Democrat, two wings on the same damn bird.
Straight up.
They're getting paid out by the same motherfucking people. The same shit is happening. And so there's no trust in the government. There's no trust in media. And so you got this crazy ass wild card that comes to it in a Trump and takes advantage of it.
Straight up.
Because nobody trusts the government anyway.
And he was definitely spilling beans, bro.
Dead ass.
He was like,
dead ass. But like, yes, that nigga is crazy. Yes, that nigga is fucked up. But I don't think we talk enough about how we created the atmosphere, the environment for him to be
straight up
and do what he did.
Because Obama had kids in cages too. You know, Obama actually wasn't the great. He didn't do much for the community, bro. He didn't do much for the culture. Not for real. Not like any meaningful. We don't have healthcare. You know, it's kind of like, yeah.
But that always brings me to this hard question. It's like, is there any way to fix things through the system?
I don't think
or
through the current system. I
or
think we
do
gotta
you-
tear it all
exactly, but that's the thing that's like hard to rip off, because you got to take off the parts that you don't like, that you like,
down. Yeah. We
that
gotta
you
take down the
benefit
whole
from,
thing.
and what the comfortabilities you have.
Yeah, not everybody's ready for that.
Yeah,
I
but
personally-
everybody has to do that, because everybody in a way still has upheld this shit.
Because I've talked about this on the first episode with Futurama and their society. It's like a one world government, which now thinking about it, it's like one world government is like one of the things in the Bible that signifies the end of the world. So it's kind of like, ooh, maybe be careful what you wish for, but also like, I feel like we benefit from that system in place if it's done
What?
the right way.
What?
Of a one world government.
Oh no.
Like in Futurama, like it's bad, but also like their flag was literally the American flag, but instead of the stars, it was the Earth. So it's
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, I could just go to Paris right now. It's a one world government, you know?
I mean, yeah, I like that for the idea of,
As long as it's not capitalism, it's like, well, I think everybody would be able, like one currency for everybody. We could get a language barrier. We could either get like a translation system or teach everybody English, which like a lot of the world is bilingual because of America. Like a lot of countries know their native tongue and English, whereas we weren't forced to learn anything.
I feel my fear would be that it would turn everything too much into a monolith.
I'd say so.
Because even here in this country, it's supposed to be a beacon of like a melting pot or
Mhm.
whatever, but it's really, you're giving up to become American.
Straight up.
You're giving things up about you, your
There's
culture,
no real
your
separation of
spirituality
church
to
and
become-
state when we're
Exactly.
one nation under God.
So
You know? It's like,
yeah, and just everything that comes with being American, you're taking that on. So like, and in a way, since America is on top, that empire still that affects the whole world
Pretty
too.
much.
So in a way, we're all like, that's everywhere.
it's like, yeah.
It's being affected.
I think World War III needs to happen. And America needs to lose. But we don't need somebody, like, I think we all have to lose.
Problem is
I think we all have to lose. And then whoever's left, we just learn the history. Don't burn any of the history down because we need to not repeat this. But I think we all need to meet at like level 1, you know?
I don't know. I hope. Look, they better stay away from the nukes. That's all I know.
Yeah. I got too much crypto now.
But the thing is, it's like, because you can't. They're here now. You can't take them away. You can't take them
At
away.
this point.
The technology is here. So even if everybody got rid of it, if shit hit the fan, niggas will start building that shit again.
Pretty much.
And Kim Jong-un ain't giving up his fucking missile. The
He's
fuck.
not. He's not.
And that's like, I don't know what to do. What the fuck to do with that? Like, oh my
At all.
god.
These are times of uncertainty, for sure.
Yeah. But I mean, one goes, it's over. Because like everybody is, so we can't do that.
People going crazy.
But yeah, I don't know. Climate change is definitely gonna put pressure on that shit too.
Most definitely.
That will put pressure. I don't think it'll be the
Because
like,
we
kill
still
us
haven't
all,
really
but it
addressed
will-
it. We still haven't really done anything.
And at this point,
Because even if we stop completely, things aren't going to revert for a
No, there's
long time.
effects are
It
gonna
just
be
stops
felt
it.
no
It
matter
just
what
stops
now.
it from getting worse. But
exactly.
it's still going to be that way for a long time.
Exactly.
That's the craziest part about it.
Um,
Whew.
but
Yeah,
again, everybody be like, we're gonna destroy this planet. We're not destroying shit. This planet will kill us.
pretty much.
Well, it's been here. I'm sorry. I think it's been here long before us.
Oh, way
It will
longer.
be here long
Longer
after
than
us.
recorded history. Until
Yeah.
the sun blows up, Earth's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And we
so-
got billions of years before the sun blows up. The sun, I heard it was maybe halfway through its life. But my 80 years on this planet isn't going to do a dent in that halfway point.
Exactly.
Like, no.
Exactly. So we need. we be a little egotistical. We are a dominant species.
We're very much caught up in this particular sense.
Exactly.
At least right now. We don't know anything bigger than us right now.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I feel like there are other races out there for sure. There's a few theories, but I feel like time was placed upon us, and there are beings outside of time to the point where it's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, anything that doesn't yield to time the same way we do is a higher being than us. So
Yes.
I definitely think they're out there. I think they exist. I don't know if we'll meet any, but I feel like the media and stuff has been like preparing us for that because they know more than we do. You know, there's always somebody out there that knows more than you. And I feel like, no, we've definitely come into contact with these beings.
All the time. I just don't think we consciously understand
Exactly.
these things. Because that's the thing. I was listening to this one thing. This physicist was talking about, again, how it's that invisible and energy is what rules the universe. And that's literally the same shit that spiritual people have been saying
Straight up.
this whole time.
All of it's like, I think we're all finding different ways to interpret the same thing. Because you got the level of religion, you got the science behind it, you got the spirituality behind it, you got the religion. I already said religion. But like, we got a bunch of different ways to interpret the same thing.
Yeah.
And I feel like the more educated you are on everybody's different truths, the more likely you're able to come to the truth as it is in a sense of reality. You know, like, you know what it really is, the more perspectives you get on what it is.
Yeah. One more thing, because I got it.
Oh yeah, all right, you know. We got like 9 minutes left, roughly.
Here's a question. Do you think we're the best or greatest civilization to be on this planet yet?
I don't think
Because
so.
I don't think that
Yeah,
either.
I don't think so.
But
I'm familiar with, like, I guess, the great history of the world with, like, the Atlantean people and the Anunnaki and, like, beings that came down to Earth. And, like, if you're familiar with Billy Carson, he's, like, this real educated black man that, like, goes through, like, the Emerald Tablets and all the ancient text of the world and its recordings and whatnot. And I feel like there's, like, he even says that some of this stuff is what was used to make the Bible and, like, different interpretations and whatnot. Just like, I'm trying to get closer to source, you know, closer to what we think this is and the actual history of things. Because, like, Pangea was a thing, and the Bermuda Triangle, and all these weird happenings that we have on this planet.
If you don't really understand where we're from and where everything comes from, how are you going to understand what's happening now? How are you going to understand where to go in the future?
Pretty much. So I'm
That's
just
why the
looking
only things
into
are fucked up
different
now. Because
perspectives.
we don't know. That shit is...
Mhm. And us being black people in America, we don't even know where we come
Exactly.
from on this timeline. You
And
know?
still
We're
fucking
displaced
shit up,
people.
though. It's
Exactly.
still fucking up the game. That's what's crazy.
But, like, there's like, I guess there's a yearning there, or a depression, because a lot of the way we commodify ourselves is through selling trauma, whether it be black music or black television or just what we went through. And it's kind of like, we're still that displaced people, you know? Until that trauma's healed, we're going to fall victim to it. And that comes with even, like, Kendrick Lamar's latest album, and, like, just, like, the culture and the struggle.
Yeah,
and
I love
like,
that.
yeah, you know, it's like, yo, we're trying to get right. Are we
And
really trying to get free? Like, because financial freedom's just one thing.
But it's like...
That burden you carry is another. You know, that weight that you constantly feel
Everybody's
being a black
like-
person in America. It's kind of like, do you want freedom from that?
Exactly. And everybody's always... I hated this when it came to Kendrick about the whole, he been gone 5 years, he ain't relevant like that. Again, it's
trying to
that
get right.
we're so, like, trying to be like now, like, and we have such entitlement to and we don't understand the shit. Especially this man had to go through for to pimp a butterfly.
Flip of the butterfly, you know?
The shit that he went through for that to come out, like songs like "You" on the album, like, and it's like
Kendrick's
that
just
shit.
one man.
Exactly.
Which
and
I feel and I feel like all people are looking for this, but some would argue that black people look for this way more. We want a savior, you know, whether that be Jesus, whether that be Kanye, whether that be Kendrick, whether that be Obama.
Kanye showed us.
You know,
by the way, I just gotta
people,
say
whether
this.
Whether that be Trump.
I gotta say this: Kanye, Kendrick, Lauren, Tupac, Andre,
Erica,
Gemini.
Yeah.
I just gotta say that as a Gemini myself.
Even
as a
Future,
Gemini
bro.
myself.
Like, they think Future can save them, bro. They think Hoodville can save them. We're all looking for someone to save
But yeah,
us.
anyway, sorry.
But if we all save ourselves,
plug ourselves, oh me.
you know, if we all save ourselves or each other, I think we'll be better off in the long run. You know,
That's
what
I
I'm
think
working on.
the point of this album is too.
Yeah, Kendrick was
I
really
like that
I
line.
can't save you. You know,
Yeah.
what was it? I choose me. I'm sorry. Like, yeah.
Sorry,
you
I
know?
couldn't save the world, my friend. I was too busy building mine again.
Yeah. All the keys are there, bro. Like, they give you the tools. Kanye been trying to save us since he started.
But that's what's crazy. I need to get the fuck out of here. But Kanye, oh my God. This nigga just...
Paradigm shift.
But that's the thing. Again, I keep saying Gemini, but I'm going to keep saying Gemini because we force y'all niggas to understand how contradictory we are as human beings.
Essentially. Gemini are able to see both sides.
Exactly.
Like,
and we force y'all niggas to reckon with that. And Kanye is
Gemini's, Libras.
the king
there's
of forcing y'all to reckon with that. Because literally, the same niggas, like, it's almost two different niggas. It's like two different niggas. You look at Kanye, early Kanye, and Kanye now.
But that's the thing. I feel like
this nigga
Kanye
was telling us in Twisted Dark Fantasy what the fuck was happening. He was saying that shit was driving him crazy. We just turned up to it.
He's gone full circle for the most part. I feel like Kanye's return to himself.
Yeah.
I feel like, especially with Donda and like all the albums match the 7 stages of grief and like it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is the last 3
right.
minutes. I know you got to get up out of here, but this is your time.
Okay.
You can plug anything. You know, introduce yourself.
Yeah. So, I'm Philip David Irving. As a filmmaker, I go by the name Feel Good. You can check me out on Instagram at _feelgood_. I don't really be on nothing else, to be honest.
Pretty much.
So you can check me out on there. Exactly.
Big things coming, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm working on. So the film I keep referring to is called Love Thy Neighbor. It is the full-length feature form of a short that I did my junior year in college, or sophomore year in college. And it is about, previously used to be a female character, but now it's male. It is about a young musician who is forced to confront his sexuality while his pastoral father struggles to save their dying church.
That's a beautiful thing.
So, again, like I said, I want to sort of deal with these two polarized sides, but I also want to talk about this, like the Black American dream and the consequences that it leaves us in chasing it, which is often like suppression and all these other things that end up just hurting us in the long run. But I want to also shed a light on understanding, again, my parents' generation, their side of things, and understanding the shoes they had to walk in. And understanding that I don't know what I would do if I had grown up in that era with the tools that they had.
Pretty much.
And the things that they had to suffer. I talk about suffering. The things they had to suffer and that's just, to me, a generation ago was unimaginable to me. And so, really, again, in the title Love Thy Neighbor, trying to see where can we find empathy in this
Yes.
for each other.
That's a beautiful thing, bro.
So
thank you
yeah.
for coming on, bro. Really. Great conversation. I'm definitely going to send you this. This shit
Please
was fire,
do.
bro.
Please do. Yeah, let me get out of here. I need to
Look
go to
at us.
Vegas, y'all.
Exactly.
I'm going to have a good ass time and
Safe
family
travels,
reunion.
bro.
Tobias, love y'all. We on the way. Bye.
That's a beautiful thing, man. Well, this has been the Hijinks Podcast, episode 5. Still no outro. Time flies when you're having good conversation. Thanks for listening. Y'all be easy.